we're going back, Donner. Are you going to come with us?
You know I'm staying.
He's not going to just stroll over here and sit with you.
They'll come.
And then?
They want me to be here. When I'm ready, they'll come.
We tried to make this work. We can't stay out here any longer.
And you should go.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. You've been great. I can do the rest on my own. You should go back. Get Meg somewhere safe.
We could go back to Vancouver just to regroup.
A man of worth never gets up to unsay what he said yesterday. Remember that.
For the record, this technically isn't a Kevin Smith film, although both Smith and producer Scott Mosier produced it. It's actually directed by Canadian filmmakers Malcolm Ingram and Matt Gissing, friends of Smith's who shared the cast from his films in order to make their own indie feature. The result is an underappreciated art flick called Drawing Flies, and some consider it the lost View Askew film. It tells the story of a group of friends struggling on welfare. The central character is the agitated Donner, played by Jason Lee. At the start, the only one who ends up getting a welfare check is Jake, played by Martin Brooks.
Thank you so much, man. And I can pick it up in 1 hour?
What initially begins as dope money winds up being a one-way ticket away from society, as Donner conspires to drag everyone on an odyssey into the woods. From there, the film has a creepy forest atmosphere akin to Friday the 13th, or need I say it, Blair Witch Project. The black and white cinematography is oddly reminiscent of Clerks, although it's a lot grittier, if you can believe that. And yet, the black and white gives it that unfinished, undiscovered feel that helps enhance the atmosphere of Clerks. So it works. Speaking of Kevin Smith films, you might wonder what relevance it has to his films. Well, look at the cast. Anyone look familiar? There's Jason Mewes. Of course, he doesn't play Jay the drug dealer, but a very similar character named Az.
Oh, look, I'm a neat little faggot. Fag and queer. Fucking queer.
There's Jason Lee. There's Renee Humphrey and Ethan Suplee from Mallrats. There's Carmen Lee, who had a bit part in Chasing Amy. There's even a cameo from Joey Lauren Adams, and oh my god, there's Silent Bob, and an even more pointless cameo than in Scream 3. Maybe he's at that party he and Jay were on their way to at the end of Clerks.
Wanna come to this party with me tonight? There's gonna be some pussy there, man.
All joking aside, the film tries to be a comedy, but like Mallrats, a lot of the humor comes off as forced. It's heavy on dialogue, and like a lot of slasher movies, doesn't seem to have much point. I don't want to mislead you. This isn't a slasher film by any stretch, but the Donner character delves deeper into insanity as he continues to search for
Sasquatch.
That's it. Just Bigfoot.
Sasquatch.
The film never bothers to mention why he's after Bigfoot, aside from some weird visions Donner has of him slow dancing with Bigfoot near the beginning of the film. And I have to admit, I don't know what they were going for here. Why is Donner naked? And why does Bigfoot look like some leftover extra dressed in a monkey outfit? They should have used an old King Kong outfit, that might have been more appropriate. As the group makes their way further into the woods, they encounter some really weird things. That's Scott Mosier, dressed up in a diaper for some reason, playing a guy who's trying to get in touch with his inner child. I've heard of a man trying to get in touch with his feminine side, but come on, this is beyond ridiculous. For some reason, as out of place as this is, it's one of the more amusing parts of the flick.
Get out of here! You're not wanted here! Why don't you leave us alone? Charles, do something.
We will not be subjected to scorn! Let's get him, fellas!
That's not to say it's a bad movie. It's not. It's definitely got a strong cast of characters, and if you're a Kevin Smith fan, the familiar faces will help you get through a story that otherwise feels mysterious and unusual. Watching it is like following a guy who is slowly detaching himself from society in very subtle ways. Donner's friends start to question his motives, and eventually they just seem to abandon him in order to let him do his own thing. They tried to give it that touch of non-closure that was used in Chasing Amy, and while I don't feel it was successful, it still leaves you with some sort of emotion. As much of an asshole as Donner is, his friends, as well as the audience, feel for the character as he is slowly removed from society. I had to get this one out of the way before someone else did, because there are already a ton of reviews on Kevin Smith's films, but not a whole lot on this one. Have a happy April Fool's Day, and next week we continue talking about the official Kevin Smith filmography.